Hello viewers and my dear students, welcome you all in today's live class. Hope you all are doing well, happy and healthy along with enjoying our live classes from rgcsk.edu. Hope you all are like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel rgcsk.edu. Be in tune with our channel so we can provide you the knowledgeable sessions on the nursing and paramedical classes. So here I am Divya Pandey, a nursing tutor with a topic for today's live class, that is recruitment. And this is going to be very interesting and very knowledgeable session for preparation of your GNM, MSc, BSc or post basic examination from the subject nursing management. In today's session, we are going to discuss about this topic mentioned, like we are going to see about the meaning, definition, objectives of recruitment, principles of recruitment, methods of recruitment, resources of recruitment, types of recruitment, steps of recruitment, merits and demerits of recruitment. So hereby we'll start with our session with the meaning of recruitment. Recruitment. Recruitment is defined as an art of identifying, choosing. The process starts by acquiring candidates for the job and scrutinizing the right candidate and ends once the candidate are identified. Means it is like a long process, step by step we have to follow it, from the process job applicant to the process of selecting an individual from a pool, like many persons will be there, from that the perfect, the top, the deserving one we have to select for our organization or any place. So this is whole process. The result is a pool of applicant from which a new employees are picked out. The deserving one, the best one, those who are having the best skill, that person will be picked up for the job. Like how many applicants will be apply for the job, but all cannot be selected. There will be criteria, there will be screening, there will be interview process, like walk-in interviews will be there, individual interviews will be there, written exams will be there. So whole the process will come under the recruitment process. So it is very important to get an skillful employee at the end if we'll have the proper and systematic recruitment process. Now we'll see about the definition of recruitment. According to IGNOU module, according to Indira Gandhi National Open University module, the definition is, it is a process in which the right person for the right post is procured. Means those who are deserving and those who have the capabilities, qualities, ability for that specific job, that person will be acquired or that will be selected for that position. The deserving one should go to the right post. That is known as recruitment. So here we'll see about the few objectives of recruitment. First is attracting qualified candidates. Attracting means like we'll give the advertisement and there will be some benefits of getting into this job, or the job benefits will be there, health benefits will be there. For example, we can take our staff nurses. If we are the staff nurses and we want to get a job, so we'll see the first of all where the hospital is being situated and what the facilities they are giving, like accommodations, then fooding facilities, then traveling facilities from hospital to accommodation area, what they are giving, then monthly leaves or the yearly leave package what they are giving, then what are the salary package. So these are the things to attract. And if a person is capable and the hospital is well equipped and multi-specially, the people will be attracted towards that if they are having the skill and capabilities towards that level of working. So that is a thing. Then reducing the turnover. If like a person is getting job after this recruitment process, and it will be a refined person will come to the job and they are satisfied with their whatever they had been given the criteria, whatever they had been promised about the job, like they will give this much of the salary, the increments will be like that, the accommodation will be like that, you will have this much of the workload. If things will be like that, the persons or the employees will not leave the jobs, like they will be stayed for a long duration of time, and this will be enhance the productivity for any organization, whether it is hospital, whether it is institution, or whether it is any business organization. So if the people will be stayed for the long duration of time, it will enhance the productivity of an organization. Selecting the best candidate. Okay, like if randomly we'll select any person for the job just to fulfill the space. Like if any teacher is going or retirement is there, we can take any person. So there won't be any improvement in the organization or that specific area. So if we'll select this recruitment process will be there, so you will be capable of selecting the best one, those who are having the higher quality for that specific area. So like this type only government is also doing, the government examinations will be there, then interviews will be there. So it is very difficult to get the job. So recruitment process is very important from this perspective or from the side of an organization or management team. If they are going to select, there will be a full-fledged team will be there to select. They will watch the every aspects of an individual, whether it is skill, whether it is physical, whether it is, we can say about the health. If a person is a healthy person, then only they will be capable of giving the productivity in the organization. So overall the person has to be evaluated if they are going to be selected for any job. This will also overall it will come under the process of recruitment. Filling job openings promptly. If we'll have the good recruitment process, good recruitment team and the good reputed organization, then if any job opportunities will be there, immediately they will be completed. Like people will be waiting for that we all know about, like we are waiting for the AIMS exam, we are waiting for the UPPSC exams, we are waiting for the like nursing tutor state, our state UP state is having nursing tutor vacancies. So we are waiting for those opportunities and vacancies. Whenever they are coming, the form filling will be we can all can see the site will be very busy, because every person want to fill those forms, those who are did the qualifications. Improving workplace diversity. Improving workplace diversity means that every individual, whether they are from any religion, any caste, they will be accepted and there will be actively working area, healthy environment will be there, and every religion, every person won't be discriminated according to the race, gender or caste. So they will be accepted. Then the work productivity and the work environment has to be healthy, because different people will be coming in an organization, they will have the different creativity of mind, then only organization can reach to their higher levels. Next, building a competent staff. Competent is a simple meaning, the skillful one. Those who are having the skill on their hand, those who are competent. Like if I'll take only the nursing examples. If I know the procedures, then I will be the competent for the side of the patient. If I don't know how to give injection, then what is the use of me to be in the hospital or the patient side? So this is the means of the competency. We should be capable of giving the IV injection. We should be competent enough to put the IV cannula or start the IV fluid or take the ECG, or we can capable of assessing the emergency patient or any pediatric or adult or gynec patient. We should be capable enough to conduct an emergency labor in an emergency ward. So these are the competencies we should have in the tips of our fingers to tackle any emergency situation, being a nursing staff or in a nursing personnel. Encouraging creativity. If we have a good brains and the good people with us, those who refined ones, so they will enhance the creativity, and there will be always a healthy environment because of them. Next is enhancing productivity. Enhancing productivity, like those who are came because of their interest, then they will work for their satisfaction, and when they are getting the satisfaction, there will be a enhancement of the productivity, because they are enjoying their work on their organization. Acquiring skilled personnel, that means the competent one, those who are having the full skill and those who are capable of doing the skills or work at emergency situations also. Gaining access to the top talent, those who are having the brilliant minds, those who are, if we are selecting, we will select a good one for our organization. So these are the objectives why we are doing the recruitment process. Next, we'll see about the principles of recruitment. There are the three main principles of recruitment. First, we'll see fairness. Fairness means there should be a honesty and equality among the all job applicant, whether from they are coming from the direct or indirect, or there some recommendation, like some relatives are working in the organization and they are recommending their relatives or their son or cousin, sibling, niece, anyone's they are recommending. So that place, those who are sitting in the higher authorities, they should have the fairness quality. They should treat each and every job applicant as an equal, whether they are recommended, whether they are male, female, from where they had been educated, which race they are, so which religion they are, which caste they are, then these all things should not become for their evaluation. Just only their level of knowledge and their skill according to criteria, they have to assess them. Next is transparency. Transparency, like if a person is coming for any job interviews, or if I am selected, then there should be a transparency and honesty about between the organization, management team and that employee. Means like how the increments will be there, what will be the exact salary, what will be the security money, and how the accommodation will be, whether the organization will pay for the accommodation or they will get any subsidies, or they themselves have to pay the charges, or how many leaves they will get yearly. If they are from the distance, how many distance leave they will get, whether they are getting the health benefits or not, whether their families will get the health benefits or not, whether their extended families will, like in-laws, will get the benefits or not. So these all things has to be there in their what job they are giving, that in that application everything has to be mentioned. So there should be a transparency, nothing should be closed, or after that we are hiring for the job and after that we are telling only 10 leaves are there. So it won't be a good if we are at a good organization, and if we are hiring any employee, so everything has to be thought out and it should be clear to the employee, like there should no questions in their mind about the job if they are going to join for that. Then efficiency means whomever we are going to select, they should be efficient means they should be smart enough to tackle with their time, like while in a short time they should be capable of doing with the smartness more activities, or efficiently they should be complete their work with creativity. So these are the three main principles that has to be followed while doing the recruitment process. Next, we'll see the sources from where the recruitment can be come. So there are main three process: internal, that is direct; external, which is indirect; and modern. These are the three sources of recruitment. First, we'll see about the internal or direct sources. In this first one, present employees, like some of the employees in the organization, they will be in a contractual basis. So first, our organization's priority will be giving the chances to them, those who are already work for that organization and they are having a little bit of experience in that specific environment. So though the first priority will be goes to the present employees. And second is employees referral, like their recommendations. If like I am working, if my any known to is there, relative is there, or any siblings are there, then I will recommend them that this is he or she is completed that qualification and he or she is good for that job, or this specific area he or she is good for that. So that is employees referrals. Then previous applicant, then we have to see the previous applicant, like last year when the recruitment process was done, or the previously when many people had been applied for this job and how many selected and which are being left over. So we can also contact those people. So it is known as internal or direct, so we don't have to go out for that. And then next is come external or indirect. First is professional or trade associations, like if any organization is there, there will be associations with the other organizations, like multi-speciality hospitals are there. So they will have contact with the nursing colleges or the medical colleges. They will do the campus selection or campus selection interview in the final years of the student, and from there only they will select a bunch of, or a very good bunch of students, those who are capable enough or skillful enough for their job. So this will also come as indirect. Next is employees changes. Employee changes, like any post is vacant, they are going, then they are recommending anyone for their specific area. Then campus recruitment, campus, like from the organization they are going and recruiting the student in a more bunch. And walking interviews, within interviews, and contractors, like some contractors will be there, they will tell for 1 year of time I will give 50 number of employees for this position, 50 number of this qualification bunch I will give for this year. So they will, on the regular basis, they will have the turnovers like that. They will do this is it comes under the indirect. Then modern, in a modern type, walk-in interviews and consult-in interviews. Like within a day there will be a interview process, and if they want to do a skill assessment, they will at a time they will do the skill assessment and some a test if they want to have at a time. In a one day, they will, at the end of the day, they will give the list of the candidates who are being selected for that specific job. Next, we'll see about the methods of recruitment, how the recruitment is being happened or happening. First is promotion. Like if any person in a job is being promoted to higher responsibilities or a higher position. If a nursing tutor is there and they, after the experience and everything, they are having 4 to 5, and they had been promoted to a ward in charge. They had been given a responsibility of a full ward with the 13 or 20 staff nurses. So they get the promotion. Their space is left. So for this is another method. Their space is left. For that vacancy, we need an employee. So this is one method, and the next one is transfer. Transfer means for movement from one job to another job, but their designation won't be changed. They will be going to other organization for the same job status. That time also their space will be left. So for that vacancy has to be filled. Next is advertisement. Advertisement is method of attracting the employees. If we like, every time we are reading the newspaper, every time we are watching the social media, we are getting the information like this government vacancies are coming, this college is having vacancies for nurses, this is having the vacancies for paramedicals, or having the vacancies for pharmacy students or the doctors, or any area we can see there will be a list, general category how much it is, and then SC category how much it is. So it will be all description, then money will be there, how much you have to payment, when the examination will be there, or the prospectus will be there. So it is advertisement. Like in advertisement, we'll write about the good things, like the good campus is there, good accommodation is there, free food will be there, this much of the salary will be there, freshers also been invited. So like things will be there. So people will attract with the advertisement. They will capable of knowing the organization from the advert. Like every time we are traveling via road, then we'll see the some banners of some organization, some institutions. Then casual callers. Casual callers, like sometime we used to call, we get the number in newspaper and we used to call like any vacancies are there. Sometime with that also the recruitment process can be enhanced. Those who are in the HR department, they will have the full documentation and paperwork on those all things who are being contacted them. So whenever they are going to start the recruitment process, first of all they will approach to them. Next is recommendations. As I had been discussed before, recommendations like those who are the present employees and they are recommending others, like their relatives or anyone, friends, those who are known to give a job. So they will get a priority. They will get one chance to for that. So this is an also method of recruitment. Next is labor contract. Labor contract means the laborers, those who are working, they will also have the contract like other organization, the companies, those who are manufacturing companies, they are having a very huge number of labor. So they every time they need the more number of labor for the manufacturing working or transportation working. So they will have the contract. They will inform to their friends, and they will tell like this much of the amount we need and this much of the person will come. So this also can be a method. Then direct recruitment. Direct recruitment from the organization itself, the previous letters, those who are left and those who are already working there in a contractual basis, or those who are in the lower status, then we can do the promotion to that specific vacancy, those which is left. And the banners like every area should have banners and they should have the good information about the organization, so people will attract by that. So these are the some specific method through which we can process the recruitment. Next, here we'll see about the types of recruitment. There are the basically 5 types of recruitment. First one is planned, second is anticipated, third is unexpected, and fourth is internal, fifth one is external. So we are going to discuss about it. First one is planned recruitment. Planned recruitment in like a 4 to 5 months before will have a full planning, full documentation of recruitment process, like who is going to be the member of team, who will be the higher authorities, who will be leading this recruitment process, how many steps will be there, then who will take the final decision, when the examination will be there, when the interviews will be there, how many types of interviews will be there, direct interview will be there, means the screening, how many screenings or filters will be there to get a good competent employee for our organization. This type of recruitment is known as planned recruitment. For example, next year one employee is going to retire, for that vacancy will be left. So from this year we are giving the advertisement or vacancies has been shown, after this date or this month the vacancy will be there, those who are competent they can apply for that. This are the recruitment, like they should be completed with the degree course or bachelor degree or master's degree, they has to be completed, they should have this much of experience. These all things need to be mentioned. Next is anticipated. Anticipated means which is not been occur yet, but its chances are to get occur. For example, we can see an education department had been announced the anticipated vacancies of 500 teachers as they are going to build the schools in different areas. Or we can take an example like government had been announced the job vacancies for nursing tutors and associate professors and principals for the next upcoming anticipated medical colleges. They are going to be opened in many areas. So for that, recruitment process is started from this year by itself. So it will the full process will be completed by the next year. Like the examination will come, then result will come, then counseling will be there, then their interviews will be there, skill examinations will be there, demo classes will be there. Then at the end they will get the last list will come, which person will got which college or which medical colleges. So like this the process will be there. So this type of recruitment is known as planned recruitment, anticipated recruitment, which is not happened but there is a chances to happen, so we need to be ready from now itself. Third one is unexpected, like there is a no chances, like if employee is working and suddenly they are having the heart attack, so they died, so we didn't plan that thing will happen, so that vacancy has to be filled. Like the person met with some accident and they want next thing, like they want to volunteer, they want to take the retirement, their retirement is after 2 years, but due to their family problems or issues or anything, they want now only they want the retirement. So these are the unexpected types of recruitment. When these situations will become, the HR team, the management team has to plan the immediate recruitment, or they will follow any type, any method which is easier to get an employee for that specific place. So that is known as unexpected recruitment. Next we'll see about the internal recruitment. When we'll get the employees, whenever the vacancies are getting vacant, we don't invest too much of money in the process of recruitment. We do the internal, one day we'll do the interview and examination and we'll select the candidate which is known to and aware to us. Then external recruitment with a different process, like a full recruitment process will be there. Then externally those who are like associate other organizations or institution, we talk with them and we'll have the campus interview, walk-in interview, and we'll discuss and we'll select the employees or candidate for that specific area. So this is about the types of recruitment, what we had been discussed about 5 different type of recruitment. Next, here we'll see about the steps of recruitment. Basically the 6 steps of recruitment are there. First one is planning. The planning means planning of all the 5 steps. When the process has to be started, what the criteria has to be there, how many vacancies are there, what will be the salary package, everything will be in a planning session. Who will take interview, who will be the head in the examination, who will be the examiner, everything will be there. Then next is strategy development. Strategy development, like what type of employees we want, what competency we are searching for, what are the qualification requirement we should there should be, how much the experience they should have. Next is searching. Searching means giving the advertisement and information that our organization is having this much of vacancy, this much of candidate is needed for this much of the post. After that, screening, when the job applicant will become, so there will be a verification process. Verification, like the document verification first process will be there. Those who having the proper documentation according to our advertisement, what we had been given, according to that, those who job applicant are having the proper documentation, will screen them out, like we will take for the further process. Like then selecting, there will be different method of selecting, like written test will be there, interviews will be there, individual interviews will be there, group skill examinations will be there, still skill examinations will be there, demo classes will be there. So these all things will be there. Then full-fledged assessments will be there, like health assessments will be there, physical assessments will be there. After that, the refined one candidates will be taken, and the evaluation and control. Evaluation and control, like they had been told about the rules and regulations, policies, and every guidelines of the organization, how they have to work in an organization, like the working hours, the salary package, the coming and going times, and the working hours, total numbers, and then how much they have to stay for the organization. So those all things will be discussed with them. So this is about the steps of recruitment, from the planning till the selecting, and giving an overview about the job area or job environment. This is about the steps of recruitment. Next, we'll see about the merits. What is the benefit of recruitment? Why we have to do recruitment process, or how it is important? So first one is access to the top talent. Will be capable of getting the refined one, the one who is having the best one qualities, the brilliant mind, those who are productive and creative as well. Next is improve productivity. When we'll have the brilliant mind, the top candidates are productively enhanced, because they will have the creativity, their work productivity will be enhanced, their skills are good, so we will become efficient, like we won't take too much of time to complete a work or complete any task. Next is reduce turnover. Reduce turnover means if the employees are satisfied whatever they had been promised while doing an interview or giving a job, everything they are getting, and they are satisfied with their job, with their salary, with the environment. So turnover, like they won't resign and go for like so much pause. They will at least they will stay for a year or 2 years of time. Next is enhance creativity. Creativity is a type of development in an organization. They won't work in a straight line. They will creatively they will work. If they are nurses, they will represent their ward in a well manner. If they are teachers, they will teach their student in a creative way with like different aviates utilization, and there will be a competent learning will be there. Next, we'll see what are the demerits are there. So everything will have benefits, so everything will have the some demerits also, like it will be a time consuming process. We need manpower, we need team, we need money, so it will consume like at least a month or 2 months of time it will take to plan, to organize a test, to evaluate, to convey the result, to conduct the interviews, to conduct the group interviews or skill test, and then announcing the final result and selection process, document verification process. It will take a lot of time and manpower. Like we cannot depend upon one person or higher authority for the full process. We need a many bunch of people who are expert and experienced enough to tackle with those situations, because many problems will also arise in that. So we need a manpower. Then costly for every work, like if you want to make banner, it will take money. If you want to organize a management one team, then that team need also, because that team need money, that team need like refreshments will be there, then all the documentation work will be there, some printing work will be there, social media works will be there. So these all things will take the money. Next is bias. Sometime while we are doing the internal recruitment, there will be bias, because many, like it is an human nature, everyone wants their people to be in the good places, or their people should be selected for the first, they should get the priority. So sometime between the management and employers or the lower employers, they will get some bias when their people are not being selected. Then discrimination, this and also can be called, this is an also a human nature. If we know any one person, we will be giving priority to that, we will not see sometime the skill and quality in the other person. So these problems can become as a demerits of recruitment process. So the job opportunities are like buses. There are always another one coming, and recruitment process is the one that every people want to be a best one for themselves. So it is all about our today's session. I hope this was knowledgeable, interesting, and you feel happy to attend this session. So please like, share, subscribe, and our YouTube channel rgcsk.edu, and stay healthy and stay tuned with us. Thank you and have a good day.